what we have learned so far. We learned how to check the lab reports, how to interpret them, how to engage the client when you are interpreting the lab report. One lab report, 1 hour discussion. Yeah. One lab report, at least 30-minute discussion. That's what they are looking for you. Yeah. Their doctor is already telling them good or bad, only one word. But you are telling them what is the significance, what they should do next, all those things. Then we learned about the non-communicable diseases, the cholesterol, how to measure the risks of dying from a heart attack in next 10 years. So very scientific way to measure it. What are the risk factors you measure? How to lower these risk factors. Then we learned last week. What did we learn last week? Please write in the chat. Inflammatory foods, non-inflammatory food, anti-inflammatory food, right? Very good. So what should we do next today? The knowledge of inflammatory food, non-inflammatory food, anti-inflammatory food is important if you have constipation, diarrhea, allergies. Either it is systemic allergy, you have urticaria, psoriasis or something, or you have local allergy in your intestine. Inflammatory bowel syndrome, irritable bowel syndrome. Most of the irritable bowel syndromes, you can trace their origin to two things. Number one, your husband. Stress, anxiety, depression, all those worry things, all your problems should be gone suddenly. Yeah. So all those people who cause trouble around your life or all those things that make you worry. This is the most common reason of irritable bowel syndrome. All those husbands in the audience, they are saying, sir, wife is also responsible. I completely agree. Endorse you, confirm you from my personal experience. Even if you change your wife, it still happens. So changing wife doesn't help. Having a wife, it causes itself all your irritable bowel syndrome happening because of psychological issue. In-laws, if they stay with you, the problem is very high and very serious. The another reason is allergy, which is a less known but equally common. So this allergy can happen. What are the causes of allergy? So the causes of allergy is attending the class without smile on your face, attending the class without video on, not reading the book, not doing self-study, not helping with your own knowledge to others. All these things causes allergy. But you need to identify which product you are allergic to. That is a serious problem because you're eating everything and anything. Yeah. So there needs to be scientific study, which you will tell the client to do. Number one step is to stop everything. You think all the suspicious list. Yeah. So the suspicious list you need to make. This suspicious list will include you think you are allergic to, plus inflammatory food, which I'm telling you, which you learned in the last class. Okay, all those two things. Then what is the meaning of this? Your gluten is gone, milk is gone, your brinjal, chili, many things are gone. Yeah, you are limited to only few things. So you start with that and use for 1 week, 7 days, 10 days, you try, right? Have your symptoms improved? Is your irritable bowel, your diarrhea or constipation, whatever you have the problem? Most common is diarrhea. So is it relieved? Yeah. If it is relieved, then introduce one atom at a time, one atom at a time, and then try it for 7 days. Now there is a one atom which you have added today. It is causing you some difficulty, yeah, some symptoms. So you, after 2 days you stop it, or after 1 day you have difficulty, you stop it. Then again you recover. You're feeling better. You're not adding new. Okay, you're doing experiment with this first atom. So you are feeling better. Now after this, you start again the same atom because you're feeling better. You start again same atom, and then you will have same symptoms. The diagnosis is confirmed. Then this item will go from suspicious list to confirmed list. For I have done this same list for myself. Yeah, there are two lists: suspicious list and confirmed list. In the confirmed list, it starts with the spouse, the in-laws, and then goes for the food items. Yeah, in the confirmed list. There are some of the inflammatory food items which are inbuilt. They will cause problem for everyone. Only someone is not conscious about their gut health. They do not experience it because they do not acknowledge it. Yeah? But everyone feels that. So inflammatory foods you have to take care. The simple example is pineapple. Yeah, brinjal, Bengal gram, the besan, the fried food, all those things. Have you identified any food for yourself which you are allergic to? Write down in the chat. If you identified some food or list of food items which you are allergic to, or your list is so big, don't forget to start with the person who is causing you irritable bowels. Bengal gram, red chili, very good. Bengal gram is actually inflammatory food. It causes inflammation or the irritability in many of people, but people do not acknowledge it because they are eating anything and everything and they don't have a normal gut. So they never know what is a normal gut. Now, sometimes you will get clients, and it is also one of the common things. See, typically when someone doesn't have this problem, they are not going to come to you as a nutritionist dietitian. But someone comes to nutrition dietitian when they have the problem. Okay. So one of the complaint is earlier they were able to eat something, and now that they are not able to tolerate. So there can be two reasons. One, they were sensitive to this item earlier, but they didn't acknowledge, didn't understand, and now they have acknowledged it. Or their immune system has gone down. That's why they are feeling the symptoms. This immune system may go down because of stress, weakness, lack of some nutrients or something. One of the more common reason is the gut microbial flora. The another reason is gut microbial flora is affected. Same. Yeah. So gut microbial flora is affected. It may lead to new symptoms. It may lead to intolerance to previously accepted food. So now we are talking of a concept where there was a food which was previously accepted. Now you are intolerant to that. Why it is happening? Because your microbial flora has changed. What are the reasons for the change of your microbial flora? Stress, anxiety, depression, worry, loss of someone, loss of your job. Can you see that most of the reasons are emotional actually? Yeah. Long ill health, okay? Long-term illness, some long-term medicines. Now in medicines, which are the medicines? NSAIDs, painkillers, antibiotics, right? They affect your microbial flora. See, antibiotics, painkillers, you are not going to take it routinely. But what are the more common causes? All more common causes are emotional here. And there is a serious problem here now. Because of your this emotional turbulence, it is leading to your change in microbial flora. Okay. This microbial flora reduces or the content is changed, combination is changed. Because the combination is changed, it will lead to less secretion of serotonin. Now, since the serotonin is less, serotonin, the most important site of secretion of serotonin in human body is intestine. Since this serotonin from intestine goes to the brain, it gets converted to dopamine, and that reduces your depression and anxiety. This is a normal mechanism. Now, because your serotonin is less, because your microbial flora is different, less serotonin is available for brain to convert to dopamine. So dopamine less, more anxiety, more depression. So have you experienced, even if you have small little stomach upset for one day, you will feel depression. If you eat certain food which you do not tolerate, which affects your microbial flora, you will start feeling anxiety. You will start feeling fear. Okay. If you have a parasitic infection, yeah, then you will have anxiety, fear, depression, irritability. How do you identify whether you have parasitic infection? What are the signs? Write down in the chat. It may not necessarily show in terms of constipation or diarrhea, right? Because your body is now at balance with this parasite, but there are still symptoms, signs. Okay, what are the more signs of parasitic infection? A patient comes to you, a child comes to you, and you know that this is a parasitic infection. Hey, how did you see that? Very good, Madhumita. White patches on the face. You go to any school, 30% children, you will see they have white patches on their face. You observe them for 30 minutes closely. They will pick their nose. They will scratch their nose because they have itchiness on the nose. Yeah, correct. That is another symptom. Okay. So they will have probably some cough, the second stage. Yeah. Why? Because that is a cycle of that parasite. How do you eat that parasite? You are not even eating an adult parasite, and it will die. So you are eating a seed of the parasite. And the seed, how the seed gets activated? This seed should die in your acid of the stomach, but it gets activated with sugar. Where is the seed? That is there in the soil, in the dust. It is in their hands, in the nails. When you touch it to the sugar, when you eat sugar with your hands, that is activating your seeds of the parasite. So the thing is, for the child, the instruction is, do not eat sweets with your hands. You can eat sweets, no problem. So many mothers, they say that eating sweets will cause you parasites. No, eating sweets with hands will cause parasite. So eat with spoon always. So if you touch your sugar or sweet with the, even if you are making the tea or coffee, yeah, you dip your hand, put your sugar, very wrong. You should always use the spoon. You are activating the seeds. Now the seeds get activated. They go in the intestine. This larvae, they crawl through the intestine. Some of them, they crawl through the intestine. They go to the lungs. From the lungs, you cough. Yeah, that's why you have irritation. You have cough. Some of them, they crawl to your nose. Some of them, they grow as an adult. They go to the large intestine. They stay there. They keep on eating your nutrients, consuming your nutrients. And it causes itching at the bottom, right? Because you are getting deprived of your nutrients, you are going to have certain symptoms. Because these parasites, they are disturbing your microbial flora. You are going to have less serotonin. Because you have less serotonin, it will cause your fear, anxiety, depression. So your gut is directly related to this. Yeah. So there is a serious problem. Anxiety, stress, depression, that affects your microbial flora. Microbial flora, if it is affected, it causes you anxiety, stress, depression. That cycle goes on. You understand? So those who are depressed, they romanticize their depression. They want to stay depressed. Wow, depression, so nice feeling. Stay there. Yeah. They don't want to come out of it. Yeah. They enjoy it. So what is the solution for this? Yeah. Number one, you need to remove that parasite. To remove the parasite, it's a very easy thing. You take Zentil, albendazole. Now there are two formulations available. One is tablet. You have to chew it. Very bad test. So better is syrup, albendazole. Equally bad test, but you don't need to chew it. Just swallow it. Yeah, that's good. So syrup, albendazole, one whole bottle at a one shot, and you have to give it to the whole family. So if you are giving to the child, the mother is the culprit actually. She is cooking the food, her hands are contaminated, and that parasite is in her intestine. Okay. Anyone in the family, everyone in the family touching the kitchen, going in the kitchen, including the father, in-laws, everyone needs to take Zentil, albendazole. Yeah. You take one today, then after 1 week, you take one more dose, including the child, all the children. Okay. If you have a maid coming to your house, even if she is washing your utensils, you should give to the whole maid family. That is the ideal thing. Yeah. It's very less costly thing you can do for your child and for your own growth. Yeah. 10 rupees, 20 rupees bottle. So you've one dose today, one dose after 1 week. Repeat it after every 6 months. Preferably, you should take this Zentil albendazole after dinner so that it will work over the night. Next day, you may have little diarrhea. You may have more frequent stools. So you should do it on Saturday so that Sunday the child is at home. The child is not discomfortable at school. Okay. After this, the child's hunger may reduce because there was a more hunger because the nutrients were getting consumed by that parasite. That's why child was more hungry, but the growth was less. Nutrient deficiency was there. Yeah. It doesn't matter whether the child's hunger reduces or it stays normal. But now nutrients will get absorbed. So child will be able to grow in height, will able to absorb and grow in weight also. For you as an adult, you will gain your balance. You will have less anxiety, less fear, less stress, less irritability. If you have someone in your family or you are the one who is more irritable at most of the times, remember that you have parasitic infection, more likely cause. So blink your eyes if you are the one or you have someone in your family who is most of the time irritable. So I'm always cool and this because I deworm myself very frequently. But if someone gets temper tantrum in our family, the first thing is, I think you have the worms. That is your diagnosis. So put the Zentil, next day you are normal. So as soon as you become monster, you take Zentil. Yeah. It doesn't work on mother-in-laws. Yeah. So you will take today, you will take after 7 days, right? That's a one cycle. You can repeat it again. Yeah. If you feel that you have the infestation, you can repeat it one more time. So total 3 doses, ideally 2 doses. You can do it every 6 months. Recommendation is because we are in India. Yeah, that's why. Sometimes water is contaminated. You eat outside. Most of the things outside is contaminated. Okay, the cook. Yeah, if you go to the kitchen and see the fingers and the nails and the dirt of the cook and all those things, the water source, you will feel very horrible. You will stop eating outside. Yeah, because you're eating outside food because you're in India. If you are in another country, then where the water source, the egg contamination, the chicken contamination, the non-veg contamination is less, then you don't need to take it more frequently. Yeah. But for India, the recommendation is every 6 months. And we get infected every 6 months, every often. Yeah. So once one dose, that's a government recommendation. Ramya is asking interesting question. In school, children are given one dose throughout the year. So it's because that's a government recommendation. Government has to take care in the mass, the bulk cost. Yeah. So that's why that for us, we can give one more dose to our own child. Yeah. What if someone doesn't have worms and take Zentil, take Almendal? Absolutely okay. No problem. Still safe. Now, the next objective is to not get infected again and again. Yeah. And the next objective is to have good microbial flora. Okay. So to have good microbial flora, to not get infected again, either by another bacteria or parasite or any protozoa, the best solution is to eat home food. Yeah. To wash your hands every time you, yeah, cook or do something. And to deworm your maid who washes your utensils. Yeah. So it may sound silly, but that's the common way your worms or infection is coming up. Do not touch the sugar with the hands. Yeah. Do not let the child eat sweets with the hands. Vegetables, now prebiotics and probiotics. Most of the prebiotics, for the prebiotics, you will eat the vegetables, the fibers, all those things. The probiotics, Most of the probiotics available in the market, they have only one bacteria, one yeast, Lactobacillus acidophilus. That is not sufficient. And that is not the only microbial flora we want. We want something more. We want more things. So all those more things in the market, probiotics, they don't have. Okay. So I have developed a probiotic named Actico Pro, branded Actico Pro. My commercial license will come in few months. In the meanwhile, if you want to order it, you can order from me before the launch. And obviously you will get at 50% MRP before the launch. So the Actico Pro has the content which includes all the yeast, bacteria, which is optimum for your microbial flora and which supports growth secretion of serotonin. Optimum secretion of serotonin. Lactobacillus acidophilus is not sufficient for serotonin secretion. So you need more. So that is there in the Actico Pro. It has been developed with a lot of research, lot of trial errors. It helps secreting optimum serotonin. This serotonin goes to your brain. It gets converted to dopamine. It causes you, it relieves your anxiety, stress, depression. It causes you to be happy. And there is no medicine in this product. Okay, there are only yeast, healthy microbial flora. When you take it, the benefit is that this microbial flora, this yeast, will go to inner linings of your intestine, the cilia and all. It goes to the grooves. So it prevents entry of harmful pathogens. It prevents entry of allergens. It reduces inflammation. It relieves your constipation, your diarrhea, your irritability, some of the allergies, some of the inflammatory products you're going to take it. Yeah. So it reduces its impact. And the best effect is conversion to dopamine. Yeah. You can try 1 month and then see the effect yourself. Then you can start prescribing to your clients. And can you now, question is, can you make your some probiotics at home? So how do you make? I will give you 3 options. One option is you take curd, put fine chopped vegetables, whichever are available to you. Put it in at room temperature for 1 hour, 2 hour. After that, eat. We call it cochinberry. Yeah, you can put onion, cabbage, tomato, anything, whichever is available. Radish, cucumber, finely chopped. Because what will happen is this curd has already some yeast. They bring their own content of microbial flora, all these vegetables, and now it is growing up. In next 1 hour, 2 hours, it will enhance. You can put some salt in it so that it further speeds up the process of fermentation. You can eat it. The second one is the pickles. Yeah? Take water and put some salt, make a brine. Yeah, warm it, hot it. Yeah, boil the water, put salt, and when you cool it, some salt will remain. So it means now it is a brine. It is a saturated water solution, brine, and cool it and then put it in some bottle or a jar and put cucumber, radish, the whole cucumber you can put. Okay, the small ones, radish, then ginger, garlic, or if you just want cucumber, that's still enough, good enough. Everything should be submerged in the under the brine. If it floats, it will develop fungus. If it happens, you will have to throw it. Now finish it within 7 days. Don't keep it longer because you are not putting vinegar. If you purchase artificially, they are putting a lot of acidifying agents, preservatives, vinegar, certain chemicals which they do not mention on the label also they are putting. You don't want to take that risk. So you are making your pickle at your home. When you eat it after 2 days or 3 days, that taste is awesome. It makes you feel good here. It makes you feel energetic and it helps your microbial flora very well. The water which is remaining in the brine, okay, if you don't have hypertension, then you can take some part of water, put some soda, lime, and drink it. Awesome taste. Very refreshing. Okay. Brine cucumber. Very good. The third part is the pickles, which Indian pickles. Okay. So all those Indian pickles, they help in terms of not only the taste, but also in terms of microbial flora. Right? The fourth one, which is a very good and my personal favorite, is the South Indian food. All the batters, yeah, idli, dosa, dhokla, and uttapam, all those things. So that batter. Now some people say that sir, dhokla is Gujarati or Marwadi and South Indian is. So at our home, we have same batter for dhokla and idli and dosa. Everything we have same batter. So we use the same batter. Um, that is best. Okay. So to increase your microbial flora, probiotics. Yeah, number one is probiotics, but don't waste your money for buying just lactobacillus acidophilus. There is a lot of advertising going on particular brand. It doesn't mean that it's good. It's a marketing tactic. For them, they cannot sell the combination of the microbial flora which is actually required because that is very costly to make and costly to sell. So that may not be a good business model. That's why they are not doing. That's why they are selling which is the easiest, which is the least expensive, lactobacillus acidophilus. You don't need to purchase lactobacillus acidophilus from anywhere, any probiotic. Simple curd is there. You have homemade curd or purchase ready-made curd, it will have lactobacillus acidophilus. So don't waste your money for buying probiotics which has lactobacillus acidophilus. No, doesn't make sense. For probiotic, you take Actico Pro, which has more microbial flora and different microbial floras. Right? Otherwise, you can make your koshimbir, idli, dosa, dokla, and all those things, or pickle, the cucumber pickle. Yeah. We are not putting oil in this cucumber pickle. We are not putting the mustard seeds. Yeah. It is only the cucumber, the brine water, and now whatever the microbial flora on the cucumber, inside the cucumber is there, it is growing. That's the beauty of it. So those who are interested to try Actico Pro, you can WhatsApp me. I will talk to you separately. So Actico Pro has a different combination of microbial flora, which includes Bifidobacterium, then Saccharomyces, many more, Lactobacillus acidophilus as well, plus few more. It is in the optimum quantity. It helps to secrete your serotonin very well. You can take it with water. It's a powder form. You can take it in the water, juice, or anything. You can take it empty stomach after the meal, any time of the day, with any medicine. It doesn't have medicine in itself. It has only microbial flora. It doesn't have any side effect. All diagnosis patients can take. It prevents allergy. It prevents infection. And it boosts your mood. So it's a powder form. So you will get the sachets. You can keep it at room temperature. You put it in water and drink it. It's a soluble. The taste is awesome. Very good, Madhumita. Yeah. So the taste is awesome and it gives you good content. Yeah. Good feeling emotionally as well as stomach. So apple cider vinegar with mother, it also has certain microbial flora which is supportive for the intestine. But there is a problem with apple cider vinegar. Number one, it is so acidic. Some people don't like it. Now you should understand the correct way to take apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar is extremely acidic. You cannot, some people mistakenly take it in the spoon and drink it. No, it will burn your mouth, esophagus, everything. No, never do that. Apple cider vinegar, you take 1 spoon and put it in your full glass of water. You have to dilute that much. Then drink it. After drinking, you have to gargles to rinse your teeth because this apple cider vinegar will dissolve your enamel. Plus, it has certain microbial flora that helps. The advantage of apple cider vinegar more than probiotics. There is another more advantage for which you should take. The probiotic is not the reason. Yeah. For apple cider vinegar, the reason is sugar spike. You had your meal, now you are having a craving for sugar. Yeah. Because after your meal, there is a sudden increase in the sugar spike, and now it is decreasing. When it decreases, you have the craving for sweet, the dessert, the chocolate. To prevent this sudden fall, apple cider vinegar helps. So if you put apple cider vinegar in your salad, or you put it with water, drink it along with your meal, or just after the meal, it will reduce your spike of sugar and fall of the sugar. Plus, it will reduce your sweet craving. Reduce your sweet craving, that is the purpose of apple cider vinegar. That is your main objective, not the probiotic. For probiotic, you need more microbial flora, more quantity, more content, more diverse, different yeast, different bacteria. And if you are taking, and now people get confused, vinegar, yeah? So that's Chinese vinegar. No, not that, yeah? That's artificially made, 70 rupees 1 liter. No, no, no. You need apple cider vinegar, dear. And apple cider vinegar, it must be sold and stored in glass bottle. Yeah, it has to be glass bottle. It cannot be plastic bottle. It's acidic, extremely acidic, pH 2. So those brands which are available in the market in the plastic bottle, you should never buy it. Apple cider vinegar should be with the mother. Mother means there are particles inside it. If you shake it, you will see some particles. These are apple particles. It is not filtered. It should not be filtered. It is turbulent. Yeah, it is not transparent. Very good, Shweta. So the pickled veggies, should we eat at the last, at the before, at the end? Doesn't matter the sequence. Yeah, you can eat it along with your food. You can slice your pickles and put it in your salad. You can eat at the beginning, at the end. Doesn't matter, because it is about the probiotics. But apple cider vinegar, it is more about the your sugar spike and sweets craving. So that's why you need apple cider vinegar either during the meal or after the meal. Now, who will tell what are the other items that reduces your sweet cravings? What is the list of the items? So the strongest is apple cider vinegar, right? Then cinnamon, lemon, wine, all those things, right? Lemon and cinnamon, they are equally good. Fiber foods, they do not per se reduces your sweet cravings, dear. Okay. Fiber foods, it will reduce your sugar spike, but to reduce your sweet craving is not in the stomach, it is here. So to reduce it, apple cider vinegar, lemon, cinnamon, wine. But the problem with the wine is that it is costly, it also has side effect, it has addiction. So we stick to first three. You can put apple cider vinegar in your koshimbeer, in your curd. You can put it in your salad. You can put it in your fried rice. You can put it in a glass of water and drink it. Anything is okay. Yeah. So remember, don't get confused with the sweet cravings versus the foods which cause decreases sweet craving versus probiotics. Now there is a question. Sir, I have a delicate stomach and frequent diarrhea. Can I drink apple cider vinegar? Right. The problem, why this question is coming, because this client typically understands that apple cider vinegar has some microbial flora. Will this suit my microbial flora, my gut? That is a correct question, not wrong. If you are someone who is having chronic diarrhea, you will need to treat your chronic diarrhea first. If it is infectious in nature, okay, either you will take norfloxacin or you will take Zentil or something else. You will treat that, or you will prevent your reinfections. Number one step, right? But if your diarrhea is because of allergies, inflammatory food, then it is okay to take, because this particular microbial flora might prevent your allergy, might help you. Okay, but this is not sufficient because the dose is very less. You need higher quantity, yeah, more colony counts of microbial flora. That's why you need probiotic, proper probiotic. Which difference, Koel, dear? How will you know the difference? Which difference? Very good question, actually. Interesting question. Whether this diarrhea is infectious or allergic, how do you know this? Because the problem is someone who is eating outside food, someone who is eating with contaminated hands, either at home or something, uh, cooked by maid or something, or eating at the mess, they will have this infection frequently, right? If you take norfloxacin and your diarrhea reduces, it means it is infectious, right? If you take antibiotic, your diarrhea reduces, infectious. If you take antibiotic, still your diarrhea is there. It is allergic. Some inflammatory food. Good question, Koel. Very good. Surandini, we are learning that in Monday and Tuesday classes, dear. If it is not covered, then you inform me. I will take care of it. Anyways, I tell you one thing. Recommended dietary allowances. There is a table. Yeah. We don't need to remember that table. I don't know that table. I don't remember it. Yeah. When a client comes to us in the practice, for the client, it is very difficult if you tell the client, okay, your recommended dietary allowance is this much and you have to eat this much. The client is, it's a huge target, madam. I cannot do that. 60-gram proteins you have to take. And you calculate from the thali, the client is eating that 30 gram. You calculate for yourself, you will find 30 gram. What should I do? So the solution, what in the market, commercial solution is, you eat the protein powder. If you are getting money out of it, if you're getting the benefit out of it, if you're getting kickbacks out of this protein powder, you should prescribe. Otherwise, there is no reason to prescribe. Because in this protein powder, they have given a table on this package. Beautiful table is there. So the table has 3 columns. One is the nutrient. The another column is RDA. And another column is per 100 gram of proteins, per 100 gram of this powder contains how much. And per 100 gram of this powder will always be more than your RDA. Stupid. Are you eating 100-gram powder in a one take? No, you are eating 10 gram, 20 gram. So this 100 gram, even if it is more than your RDA, that doesn't satisfy your requirement. So they are fooling you. You understand? And the box is 1 kg, for example, 500 gram. If you eat 100 gram per day, only 5 days this box should suffice. But this box is sufficient for 1 month. Yeah. So it is very, very less. Very costly. Extremely costly. Plus, there are better substitutes available at your home. If you are non-vegetarian, very easy. The egg, eat daily. That contains all the proteins. Egg plus milk. The wholesome food. You don't need the third food product. It will not cause you any deficiency. It will cover everything. All nutrients, all proteins. Egg and milk. The whole balanced diet is there. Completed. Right? Simple. Second is the fish or the chicken. Mutton we are not recommending because of harmful effects, the cholesterol and all those things. Okay. So egg is good. Milk. Yeah. Egg, milk, bread. Done. Your requirement is sufficient. Ma'am, how many eggs should I eat? Tell me, sir. How many can you eat? I'm going to tell you 10. How many eat? When I personally eat eggs, I eat at least 6 eggs, 10 eggs at a time. Now, Gayatri is like, what, sir? Are you monster? No, I drink only from the monster cup. Yeah, my coffee is monster cup. but I am not. So there is a trick for this. There are two tricks. One, it is a country egg. It is smaller in size. Number two, I don't eat the yolk, the yellow part. So only very less is there. If I even if it is 10, so it is only very less. Yeah. So that's a trick. So because the yolk is at our age, it is harmful. For a child, it is good. For a nephrotic patient, it is good. Renal patient. Okay. But for us, it is harmful. So yolk is gone, only white is there, 10 eggs you will eat. Okay. Second is how much milk I should drink. As much as you can. Don't tell the client you need to drink half-liter milk every day. Actually, you need to. Yeah? But whatever you can, whatever is your dose, no problem. You are not surviving only on these two things. This is your breakfast. Monster, 10 eggs and half-liter milk is your breakfast, sir. So the real food is your soya bean. So Gayatri is rich. Yeah, she is from a rich family. She is earning herself. Husband is ultra rich. Yeah. For her, it is okay to look for another option for the milk. Yeah. So then her mind thinks from almond milk, oat milk, soya milk. Yeah. Our normal milk cost is, she does not know what is the cost because rich people, they never know. 60 rupees per liter is the cost of normal milk. 1 liter. The soya milk may be 100, 120, I don't know how much. I'm not fancy. And almond milk, I'm very fancy. Almond milk, I know, 210 per liter. So you are going to 4 times more cost. No. You don't need that. Mm. So even if you cannot tolerate milk, it is better to coconut milk is another option. How much it is? Like 30 rupees per 200 ml, 150 rupees. 150 rupees, 200 rupees coconut milk. I'm talking about branded, no? Okay, you don't drink that. You want fancy almond milk only? Okay, pista milk. Huh? So, so if you're lactose intolerance, it's okay. Drop out your milk. Don't shift to some fancy milk just because you have to drink milk. Hey, what? You're not getting the same nutrients from this almond milk and all fancy milks, but you're wasting your money. You don't need that. Okay. If you must, then take some dairy products for your nutrients. Then there is a curd, yeah, buttermilk, because the lactose is not there. So why you are not tolerating milk? Because it has lactose. This lactose is consumed by yeast and the curd is formed. So curd doesn't have or has very less lactose. That should be safe for you. Yeah. You don't need to ship to fancy milks like all Gayatri's do in the world. Other alternative option is also there. Amul has lactose-free milk. Yeah. It is little bitter in taste and it looks pink. But all those people who need to drink some coffee or make some dish out of milk, lactose-free milk is a good solution. Otherwise, other solution is coconut milk. So when we make a kheer, I tried doing it recently from coconut milk. It turned out to be good thing. I have never purchased the almond milk. So for vegetarian, what are the solution? I need calcium. I need protein. Yeah, that is the question. So Gayatri is selling some almond milk, so that's why she's promoting all those things, and she herself doesn't drink anything. Yeah, good, good, good. I like you. Very commercial. Very good. Very good. Hey, what is this sesame milk you're drinking or sesame oil? So Supriya wants to recommend people some sesame oil instead of milk. I don't know. Um, hmm. So, so for calcium and for protein, vegetarian diet, we want something. Non-veg, we have a lot of options starting from egg and fish and chicken. And there is no other option then. For vegetarian, milk, dairy products, milk, paneer. Yeah. For non-dairy products, we start with that. So among the legumes, soybean is the highest in protein, calcium, and it has one more advantage, which is phytoestradiol. So soybean has the top advantage that it is high in protein, high in calcium, and it also have phytoestrogen. So this phytoestrogen, phyto means the plant related. This estrogen is a naturally occurring estrogen. If you take estrogen tablets, it will have side effect. If a male takes estrogen tablet, it will have feminine effects. But the soybean has estrogen, which is good for you, everyone, the male and the female and the children. It gives you healthy skin. It gives you stronger bone. All those effects of estrogen, which happens in the body, they happen because if these benefits will be same with the soybean estrogen, phytoestrogen. Plus, it is a higher source of calcium and protein. Soybean. Now, the soybean, people think soybean chunks. You don't like it. It's absolutely okay because soybean chunks do not have this. So there is a soybean seeds. They have crushed it, taken the oil out of it, and all those bhusa, all those raw things, fiber remaining, that is soya chunks. And soya chunks do not have those benefits, which is there in the wholesome soya seeds. Soya seeds are less costly, more tasty, more nutrient. Other nutrients are also there. Soya chunks you can eat for fibers and taste if you like, but soya seeds is the real thing. How to cook soya seeds? They are difficult to cook. Soak it in warm water either overnight or for 2 hours. Then steam in the cooker for 3 CTs, 3 whistles. Then normal fry as you fry your vegetable. Either you can with chapati or rice or simply only soya seeds like snacks. Okay. While you are frying it, you will fry it along with the tomato and onion and all those things. How you fry your veggies. Okay, you can make it with gravy, without gravy. Number 2 will be any legumes. Okay, you take any legumes, they are good source of proteins and calcium. Not as good as soybean, but yes, decent enough. That's it. So vegetarian people have so less option. Oh my God. Huh. But now, because vegetarian people have so less options, they may fall for protein powder packets. Don't do that mistake. Read the content, 100-gram contents. If it says 100-gram content, don't take it. Okay, very good. There are vegetarian people in the world and they don't have protein deficiency and calcium deficiency. So if you are vegetarian, you can still survive and have sufficient calcium and protein there. So don't worry. Only thing is you need to eat it sufficient. There is a problem in the Indian diet. Yeah. So there is a good part that we mix rice and dal. We mix rice and legumes. But there is a problem. The rice is more and the dal is so small. No, it has to be equal quantity. Yeah? It has to be flood of dal. When you cook khichdi, you take 2 bowls of rice and 1 bowl or half bowl of dal. Wrong. It has to be equal. And preferably take different types of dals. You take rice, urad dal, moong dal, chana dal, whatever dal. So you mix all those mixture, put it in the rice, then cook the khichdi. The taste is awesome, the wholesome taste. Plus, this legumes, this dal has to be equal quantity as rice. Okay. Then you can add groundnuts in this. That will further add. Now the problem with my dear Madhumita, seeds and nuts, the problem is that you cannot eat in large quantity. Yeah. So unless, okay, you are a rich, okay, you can eat it. But normal public, you cannot tell the client, hey, you eat every day 200 grams of nuts, including cashew and almonds and pistas and all those nuts. Yeah, you cannot tell your client like that. Many clients may not like it. Then the cost is like 500 rupees per day. Yeah, not viable. Koil is asking very interesting question. So if someone goes for strength training, what about the protein powders? There is a problem in this. As soon as you go to a gym for strength training, the number one thing they will tell you is you take this protein powder. Without this, there is no escape. There is no nothing. Yeah. So that because they are the marketing people, they are earning out of it. If the protein powder is 3,000 rupees, 1,000 is going to that gym trainer. 1,000 rupees is going to that person who is recommending you. So remember this. There is another problem that it doesn't have sufficient quantity. You read it. Number three, a serious problem. Most of the protein powders, have non-vegetarian source. So if you are vegetarian like Jan, what are you going to do? Number fourth, a serious problem. It may have some other chemical, including steroids or some contaminant, which they are not disclosing on the labels. You understand? So strength training, bodybuilding, big muscle you are developing by eating this protein powder and doing your exercise. Madam, you check what is the content of that protein powder. You don't know. The label is not sufficient. Plus, probably it is a placebo effect because that 100 gram contains 30 gram, 60 grams protein, but you are not eating 100 gram. You are eating 10 gram, 20 gram at the most. That is not sufficient. Plus, it may have non-vegetarian source. Plus, it is extremely costly. If you are open for eating a non-vegetarian source of protein powder, you should be start eating eggs, fish, chicken. There is no problem. Less costly actually. How much a half dish of chicken tandoori? So the whole chicken tandoori, yeah, the most quantity food, 300 rupees to 600 rupees, depending on the restaurant. Less costly as compared to protein powder. Yeah, and you're not fooling yourself. Eggs. What is the cost of the egg? The country egg 20 rupees. If you eat 10 eggs per day, 200 rupees. Still less costly than your protein powder. Yeah. Someone is saying, sir, my protein powder is less costly. Madam, it has nothing but just powder. No protein in that, no calcium in that. Yeah. So you forgot the story of my internship? So we don't want to repeat that story here. If you want to listen to that story, you can watch the last recording of GERD. Absolutely okay, Madhumita. Yeah. So you are giving nuts to your children on regular basis. It's okay, dear. Nuts has no harmful effect. Okay. It has beneficial things, beneficial properties. But for the requirement of protein, that may not be sufficient because you are eating less nuts. For the requirement of protein for a veg diet, it will always be soybean, legumes, all those things, dear. The milk, the curd, the paneer. Yeah. Someone is like, sir, can I eat tofu for calcium and proteins? Yeah, you can. But stupid, if you can eat paneer, paneer has better thing now, right? Isn't it? And if you want tofu, you can eat soybean. Why you want to spend more money on tofu? Plus, whether you like the taste. If someone likes the taste, someone wants to spend, that is okay. If someone is crazy or hippie enough to go for a vegan diet, then that is a separate discussion. Yeah. 2 days back, or it was yesterday only, yeah, yesterday, we went for buffet. My daughter asked, Papa, what is a vegan diet and why these people are crazy for vegan and everything? I said, they are crazy because it is a marketing tactic. It's like someone said, if you if you put toilet water as a fancy, people will start drinking it. Same is that. So vegan food, if you stick to it, vegan food, it will cause you multiple nutrient deficiencies. Plus, people are just doing it out of hype, as if they are some super celebrity status. All those celebrities, you Google on it, which celebrities have started their vegan diet and stopped it because they had serious deficiencies that was reflecting on their face, the skin, yeah, on their body and the bones. So vegan people, they are spending more money. They are putting more efforts and they forgot what is the intention of eating food. So vegan people, the rational if behind you is that you don't want to hurt animals. I will kill you now by just one question. Are you hurting people surrounding you? Are you hurting your parents, your spouse, your child, your manager, your junior, your people surrounding you? End of story. Means you can hurt human beings and you cannot hurt the cow. And the cow, the cow wants us to drink her milk. I recently have the farmhouse and purchased 60 cattles. So I was asking the Go Sevak, isn't it wrong actually that we drink this calf milk? Yeah, the milk which calf is supposed to drink. So the Go Sevak said no. If we don't take out the milk, the cow will have pain, inflammation in her breast. Yeah. And calf cannot drink sufficiently. Calf cannot drink the complete. Calf wants only 25%. The cow is producing more and we need to take it out. It is a service to the cow and the calf to drink their milk. So there is no animal cruelty. Yeah. If you talk of honey, then the bee is not living in that. They are not thriving through it. Yeah. They are regurgitating and throwing it. Yeah. If you take it out, it's absolutely okay. I'm a non-vegetarian, obviously. So, so don't start with the things of killing and eating the animals. And someone like with the hippie things, the vegan things, they think that avocado is good and helpful. Tell me the nutrient content of avocado. Tell me the test the general public will like. Tell me the cost of it. Yeah. One avocado, 150 rupees, 200 rupees. How many days it will suffice you? What nutrient it is bringing you? There are more options for you. The tofu, the fermented paneer, fermented soya. So you eat soya simply. Yeah. There is no point. So these people are just fooling themselves, nothing else. So don't go by fancy. Don't drink toilet water just because someone is calling it a fancy. There is an episode by Talking Tom and Friends, the toilet water of the restaurant. The name of the episode is the restaurant. Yeah, they open up the restaurant. Ginger puts toilet water for everyone. People start enjoying it. The restaurant is very booming because the toilet water taste is awesome. Yeah. So don't be like that unless you are getting money out of it. Yeah. So that's a horrible statement unless you're getting money out of it. So the point is don't prescribe protein powder to your clients unless you are getting money out of it. There is no reason for you to prescribe unless you are getting kickbacks. And all those people who prescribe, either they don't know what is the benefit or they are fooled by the marketing or they are getting the kickbacks. That's the only diagnosis. Any scientific person will not give protein powder to even strength builder because there are natural ways for satisfying. Please, questions? Who's sending so many WhatsApp on Sunday? Questions? You can raise your hand in the reaction button and unmute, and then, uh, or you can write in the chat if you have the questions. Please ask some stupid and easy question, silly question, because that question everyone has. People are afraid to ask, and I will answer it very sincerely. And if you ask a difficult question, I will tell you to study more. Like someone asked about RDA. Yeah, it's there in the book. It's a table. You don't need to remember. Not useful. Yeah. Where it is useful? It is useful to recommend things for someone who has deficiency. And always remember, you cannot add something to the thali. A client has certain thali because of their culture, religion, their rituals, their food habits. You cannot add something to satisfy that requirement. You can probably increase the size of particular bowl, add something which is there at home. Yeah. You cannot tell someone, no, no, you are deficient in this, you start eating that. They may not agree on you. So you need to explain them which item is deficient. What are the food items which are available to satisfy that requirement? Let them select that item. Don't say that you eat avocado because you saw some TikTok reel or Instagram reel. Usha has asked an interesting and very useful question. How do we know that we are taking correct amount of protein? This is a good question. Protein deficiency. So if you're not taking correct amount, you will have protein deficiency. So for child, it is easy to catch. Child growth will not happen in terms of body weight, or it will not happen in terms of height. So protein is for the height. Okay. So if the child's muscle mass is less, height is less, sometimes height is sufficient, but still muscle mass is less. Protein deficiency. In the nails, you will have white color, white markings, horizontal linings. It means for that particular week, you had protein deficiency. Your hair will have gray hairs, patchy hairs. Okay, either a child or adult. Okay. Your bones will grow weaker. As a individual, if you want to check whether you're protein deficient, right? There is no way to check your protein content in the body, right? So except to check for the signs. So hair discoloration, then nails. For the child, the height and the weight. Now, if you see that 60-gram protein is there in the recommendation for you in the RDA, and if you calculate your own protein intake, it will come to 20 gram, 30 gram, but you are still living a normal life. Yeah. So if you are still living a normal life, do you want to increase your protein? That is your question, because you are educated enough. But you will never get a client, madam, I am eating only 30 gram protein, RDA says 60 grams. What should I do? No, they don't care. If it is a paid client, they are going to ask you, what should I do for my this problem? So they will always come with some problem. Okay. So you will not focus only on the protein. You will also tell them what are the other nutrients they are deficient in. So what is the meaning of this? You should know which nutrient causes what signs. Which nutrient deficiency will cause which signs. So you will read the book for that. If you eat the rice equal quantity and legumes, the dal equal quantity, that should suffice for most of the people. Because protein is there in rice, dal, as well as your wheat, jawar, all those things also. Protein is there. So you need to suffice it. Plus, if you want to top it above your normal food item, you can top it with eggs or milk, and both, or both. If you are non-vegetarian, then there is no problem. If you are vegetarian, then add soybean. So how do you have soybean if you don't like soybean seeds? Easy question. The wheat flour. Yeah. So you have 5 kg of wheat flour, 2 kg of soya flour. 5:2 ratio. If you are sending it to your flour mill, when you are sending it, mix both the items. Wheat. If you are buying your ready-made wheat flour, then buy the mix. Yeah, Pillsbury, Ashirwad, all those companies, they have mix very good content and good taste also. It will help for all the family. See, the problem is that you cannot tell a client, you change your wheat, you change your flour. No, because it is going to be for the whole family. So this mix, soya plus wheat combination, it's good for whole family. Good hair, good skin, healthy bones, more calcium, phytoestrogen, more protein. So this is a interesting and easy. This is a regular question that beyond 40, beyond 30 nowadays, because of pollution, because of holy color, or because of marriage or stress, in-laws, or husband or wife, you have the gray hair. Yeah. So yeah, it happens. So if it is you are the victim of that, then it's okay. You can blame them and be relieved. So, but if it is because of the diet, you cannot understand whether it is because of the stress or the age or it is because of the diet. But if you take your equal quantity of rice and dal, plus you are drinking 1 glass of milk, if you can eat eggs, you are eating 2 to 5 eggs every day without egg yolk. Yeah, that should sufficient your protein requirement. You don't need to take protein powder separately because it will not satisfy your requirement. It is not financial viable. So now why you need to take protein correctly? Because to prevent fractures, to prevent early aging, to prevent your drying of the skin, falling of hair, brittle nails. So you will need few things. Along with your protein, you need calcium, you need zinc, iron, vitamin C, right? For calcium, calcium tablets are there, but there is a problem. It causes constipation, it causes renal calculi. So can you eat natural calcium? Because the benefit of natural calcium is it will not cause constipation, renal calculi, anything. Because the benefit is that if you take calcium tablet, 10%, 20% will get absorbed. Remaining will cause side effects. If you take natural calcium, 90%, 80% will get absorbed. No side effects. So what is a natural calcium source? Milk, dairy products, paneer and all. Soybean, best and my favorite. All the legumes. So you will need to change your diet habit, dear. The problem is it is there in your thali, but your legume size is small. Your rice is big. So you need to decrease this, increase this. Equal quantity. How many of you want the exam brief now in this class? Okay. So eh, I will share the video of the exam brief. Okay. Anyways, now since Usha wants, we will take this. Huh? So the exam brief, MCQ questions. If you read the book 2 times, that is sufficient. Do not read the tables, formula, values. It will never be useful throughout your life, not even in practice. If you need to know your values, you can put a print of that and put it in your chamber. Yeah. Exam will be easy. It will revolve around 2 things. One will be symptoms. So if something is deficient, what is the symptom? How you identify it? Another is management. If you are this condition, if you are this client, if how will you manage this client? You have this particular client with this history, this condition, this. You will tell the client all of them except you will tell the client all of the below. You have a renal client, you will tell them all those things. If you want to know which is your exam batch, yeah, so you can WhatsApp me Monday to Friday, 1 to 5. No WhatsApp on weekends. If you want to postpone your exam to next slot, you have to pay 5,000. So you should have a strong reason to postpone it. Sometimes students are, sir, I want to postpone my exam. What is the reason? Sir, actually no reason, just not prepared. Hey, you will never be prepared for throughout your life. So you pay 5,000. If it is such a strong reason, that is worth enough. So there is a marriage. Who's yours or someone else? Is someone else marriage? Then it is so important marriage that you are ready to pay 5,000. If it is your marriage, you are spending 50 lakhs rupees. What is the worth of 5,000? Hey, chupchap pay 5,000, postpone your exam. If you're not ready for your exam, it means you are not studying since 6 months. You will never ever be ready. So you better pay 5,000. So that becomes your punishment. And suddenly, as soon as I say 5,000, people are like, no, no, sir, I will appear exam. Even if it is their own marriage on the day of the exam, they appear exam. So marriage is not important. My 5,000 is more important. Yeah. But there are always some smart girls, they ask their husbands to appear for the exam. And they say 5,000. Hey, if you want to marry me, you appear exam first. If you pass, if I pass, I mean, then I will marry you next day. Good. I like those girls. Proud of you. So we have one student like this, Koyal, who is going to get married in the month of February. She's going to do this formula with her husband. Yeah, she already had the jaundice because of this husband. After the marriage is fixed. And now that's his punishment. Yes, Sunday class recording are available. But for PGDNT student, the exam will be little late because we are yet to cover some syllabus, dear. I'm just kidding, Koyal, my dear. Don't worry so much. Yeah. Please ask some questions. There is an exam brief video. The Anishma has shared you. The Anishma, no. Anishma has shared you the playlist of recordings of NutriDiet. Okay. In that playlist, there is an exam brief video. You can watch that exam brief video and you will get a good idea because she has mentioned the important topics, some samples, all those things. Yeah. That's a good question, Usha. Usha has found the loophole. Yeah. See, the problem is if you don't appear exam, if you postpone it, there is a 5,000. But if you appear exam, you fail. Second attempt is allowed. Then there is no charge. Yeah. So very good, Usha. Usha has found the loophole. Very good. Yes. But then second attempt, you have to wait for 6 months, dear, to appear. Huh? You cannot appear that time only. But if you pass, you score less. That's it. There is no upgradation of marks. You cannot do second attempt to upgrade your marks. Very good. I like such talented students. Finding loophole in the system. So instead of postponing exam, try, you attempt at least. Yeah. At least you know where you are. Please ask some questions. You want to see some paintings? I have not done so painting since long time, but I have still good collection. Which one you want to see? Write on the chat. Which theme you want? Which theme you want? Just whatever is in your mind. Maybe we are so much connected that whatever theme is in your mind, it is still there. Yeah, I will show you. Write down the chat, or I am going to make that painting. Anything, anything, anything. Write down. Maybe I will get some inspiration out of you. Pace. Spelling. English. Andhra Pradesh. Government job has made you forgotten your spellings. Hmm. Anyone else? Why you don't have peace at your house? Hmm? Sujay is a good husband. You should have. And your in-laws don't stay with you, Swarupa. What is it? Huh? Why you are craving for peace? No, sir. Hmm. Galaxy? Oh, that's there. Nature? That's there. Painting is there. Any other thing? Please write down whatever theme is in your mind. Write down. I will get some inspiration to make new painting. So this one is the yeah, the nature painting. Nature painting. Weather. Uh, weather means rainy weather. Koel, you want rain? Rain. Which weather you want? Rain. Okay. I have three weathers. One is this. Whatever is the spring and autumn. I don't know still the difference. And another is the rain. And another is the winter. Yeah, I will show you. Okay. Any other painting? Anything else? Okay. So we'll see the nature and the rains today. Then we will. Okay, while we are doing this, uh, that painting is the cover of this book, A Letter to Student. So the audience for this book is all those who are the students. So there is no age. It's not a letter to the children, it's a letter to the student. This book will help your child develop a strong emotional bond with you, with the parents. That is the objective of this book. To make children feel gratitude, to understand what they do, and to have a stronger bond with their parents. This book you should read as a parent as well as a child. Yeah. Now there is a problem with the children, with you also. You are accustomed to reels 30 seconds. Yeah. You don't have attention of reading the whole book. So that's why this book is made for one page, 30 seconds for the child. For an adult, 15 seconds read. Yeah, 30 seconds read. So you have attention span of 30 seconds. This book is every page is 30 seconds. Yeah. So you can buy this book from Amazon if you wish, or you can WhatsApp me. I will send you the link for this. Low cost. I have kept it at low cost. Okay, so Usha is talking of activism. So climate change, victory over the evil. So I'm not an idealistic person. So I will tell you the example of idealistic person. Those who are talking of so goody things, but inside there is a lot of evil. Yeah. So I'm a very practical person. Okay. If you ask me that, sir, are you there for money? I will say yes. Yeah. If you ask me, sir, are you greedy? I will say yes. Yeah. So whatever I want to do, I want to do it for money. I don't want to do it for free. Okay. So I'm very clear. So I'm not an idealist. So probably that paintings of climate change, victory over evil, that doesn't match my themes. Yeah. So what is I'm average. So what themes match me is simple nature painting. You know, the theme of this painting is let your mind be like a green forest. You know, the someone who has you see and tell me in the chat which is the best part you like in this painting. Someone who has a dry mind, dry forest, it may get burned easily because of jealousy, anger, fear, all those things, negativities. But your mind has to be, your life has to be like the wet forest. It helps thrives. The animals, small plants, all those things, they are thriving. If it is a wet, if it is a wet forest, you are going to be emotional. You're going to cry over things. You are going to get hurt, but it's okay. It's better than the dry forest because the dry forest will burn. When it burns, it will burn everything surrounding. Yeah. So let your mind be the wet forest. So this painting is there on the artforfun.in. And if you do some painting or some craft, you can publish it on www.artfor numerical 4 fun.in. The reflection you liked? Okay. So if you see carefully, this painting has 3D effect. Yeah, it looks like the forest is going deep inside. So it took a lot of efforts and concentration to make this painting. The leaves, though it looks difficult, it turned out to be easier for me. The reflection, though it looks difficult, it turned out to be easy for me. Yeah. The difficult part was the 3D effect. Yeah. And this is for someone who is like, I love walking. My tears should be hidden in the rain. All those crazy people. Yeah. So What did you like in this painting? When you're walking alone in the rain, you want people not to notice your tears. Yeah. And when you have tears, either it rains or when you have tears in your eyes, you see the lights like this. There is a glow, there is a halo surrounding the lights. So that's the reality of this painting. Yeah. What did you like in this painting? Yeah, it took me a lot of efforts to make this reflections realistic. Yeah, so multiple layers of colors, three, four. Yeah. Write in the chat which part you liked out of this painting. You like. So Koel wanted to see the rains, the weather painting, and she has not replied yet. What ungrateful person. You are going to get married. You need to learn how to express gratitude. Or after asking for the painting, she dropped out from the class. Yeah, there is more probability. Yeah. Yeah, these raindrops are by accident. Okay. The toughest part in this painting was the umbrella. I don't know. It seemingly seems to be easy part, but I have so much obsession for the perfect painting. It took me at least half an hour to draw this umbrella. I wanted to be realistic. I wanted the raindrops to be visible and the shadow to be visible and the angle to be visible. All those stupid things, all those crazy things which you do when you are so much in this. Yeah. Okay. Ask some questions. Ask some questions. How many of you do some kind of painting, doodle, or some artwork, any sketch or 3D painting, clay painting, any painting? Very good. Anyone else? You can search by my name in the Amazon, or I will share the link with you right now. The name of the book is Letter to Student. Yeah, Letter to Student by Dr. Pawan Mittal. So those who do painting or sketch work or earlier used to do, and suddenly you got married and then you forgot your dreams. Then there is a hope, still hope to come back. There is a platform which I sponsor, artforfun.in. You can submit your paintings for that. There is no cost for you. And for external, there is a cost. For you, there is no cost. And when it gets published, accepted, you feel motivated. You feel connected back to your passion. You want to do it more. You realize that, okay, somewhere you are getting acknowledgement. Yeah, others who you can show to others. Someone in your, ex or your friend or classmate, college mate, they are looking for you, searching what are you doing nowadays. So they will see you. Wow, you are still happy. They will feel bad. Okay, so all those things you can do. Yeah. Just putting on your Instagram and Facebook, 10 people, 100 people will see, but thousands will see when it is on a platform. And when it gets accepted on a commercial platform like this, so that value is more, recognition is more, motivation, dopamine is secreted. You feel happy. That's the purpose of life. Take the benefit. You can find the link in my WhatsApp profile. There is a catalog. You can click and find it. Or you can Google my name, then you will find all those things. I will share this link with you, Ron. Yeah, if you wish, you can order from the Amazon. There are some students who ask me, like, son, can I have a gift? Yes, my dear, you can have a gift. I can give you the gift more costly than this. But the problem is, as soon as I give you the gift, you will not read it. If you really want to read, you will invest money. And if you invest money, that will force you to read. Yeah, this money will utilize for some of my projects, So one of the project which I'm doing, I have finished around 2 years back is the Relate Pillar, marriage counseling. Developed 25 relationship tests, more than 300 couple activities. You can check it on my business profile, relatepillar.com. The another project presently going on is the grief counseling project, where more than 15 hospitals they have participated by now. You can check the details in griefcounselor.in or griefcounseling.in. Both the websites are there. Yeah. Griefcounselor.in, griefcounseling.in. Yes, Usha, you can submit that also. That's a good thing, dear. Yeah. And the best part is that you can sell it. This platform is a commercial platform. If you wish, you can sell it also. Yeah. So in India, there was no proper platform for selling your artwork. So this is a first platform where you can sell your things. Then after this, then some students, they were like, sir, I do writing, I don't do artwork. Can I have platform? I said, okay, well, there is a platform, hearttopaper.in, for you writers, poets, essays, blogs, all those things. You enjoyed? Please ask some questions. It can be related to the topic, non-related topic, anything, any question you ask. I will sincerely answer. Even if it is a foolish, stupid question, I will sincerely answer. And I like foolish and stupid questions because I am like myself. I like that. In school, I used to ask all the stupid, foolish questions in colleges also. And sometimes students used to laugh, but I used to still ask. And teachers used to answer sincerely. Some teachers, they used to cry, literally cry. And I cannot teach this now. And I'm like, ma'am, don't forget to take attendance before you go. Monster childs. Hmm. Shweta has asked an interesting question. How long does it take to restore microbiomes after including prescribed probiotics and meal? Number one thing, you need to reduce the things which are causing your decrease in microbiome flora. So those decreasing may involve changing, if that is a number one cause of your stress, changing your job, changing your stressful environment, changing your stress, yeah, having a good night's sleep, stopping antibiotics, stopping medicines, yeah, stopping the infectious food, outside food, the thela food, the pani puri especially. If you are craving for pani puri, you should eat at your home. Don't eat, yeah, because you are eating the parasites, the bacteria, all those which are present in the gut of that person. He has not washed his hands. Yeah, so they do not wash their hands, and there are a lot many things they do, yeah, including and all those, yeah. So you don't want to eat that microbial flora, yes. So people will stop eating, and you make your pani puri at home. Then you start your probiotics. When you're taking probiotics, also you need prebiotics. Prebiotics are the fibers, vegetables, fruits, all those things. It may take 3 weeks to 3 months for it to grow to optimum level. But there is a problem. We are living a life. So every time you are going to have stress, it will reduce. Every time you eat outside food, it will reduce. Every time you get infection, it will reduce. Nothing can be done much. That's why you need a proper uh, probiotic like ActiveGrow, which you can take every day, no side effects. Plus, it satisfies your all the microbial flora requirement. Yeah. You can stop it once you have it sufficient. Yeah, microbial flora. And again, when your microbial flora is depleted, you can restart. Now, how do you know whether your microbial flora is depleted? You will start getting anxious, you will have worries, you will feel low mood, you will get irritable. Yeah, this is here, the first symptom. Then second symptom is either constipation, diarrhea, acidity, indigestion, all those things. Yeah. The first symptom is noticed by your family. You start getting irritable. Hmm. Good question, Shwetam. Supriya has a question regarding exam. Please ask Supriya, don't worry. I like quail so much, huh? Okay. Okay, very good, Usha. I always thought you are the 30 years or 40 years, so but you have the daughter of this age. Wow, that's good. Huh. Good question, Supriya. So I mentioned it very shortly that PGDND students will have exam little later, not in Feb. Okay. You will be informed. If you still have doubt which batch, which year, when, you can WhatsApp me Monday to Friday, 1 to 5 p.m. After 5, no WhatsApp, no call. If you are emergency, go to your nearest hospital. Don't bother me. Yes. Gayatri, very interesting question, useful question. Homemade pickle in the brine water will always have high salt content. Will it be good to give it to risky patients? Hypertension, heart disease, stroke, all those. Answer is no, you cannot, right? So everywhere where the salt intake has to be reduced, you cannot give this food. Not any pickle. All the pickles, papad, everything will have, Indian pickles will have high salt dear. I don't understand. Gayatri's profile picture looks like around 40, 45-year woman or a full-fledged woman, and her real image in the video looks like around 25 years young girl. Yeah. Change your profile picture, Gayatri. Put a young girl like you are. There are some girls who are waiting. Sir, why you never called me young? So yeah, you don't keep your video on. That's why you need to hide your video because you know what is the reason. If you take painkiller, it suddenly decreases your microbial flora. Antibiotic is the fastest way to decrease your microbial flora. And you will need antibiotic if you are infected. Right? But then you need to replenish your microbial flora. It takes some time, natural way. And some bacteria over the time, they may get lost. And to replenish that, you need something better thing. If you wish to buy Active Pro from me, you can WhatsApp me. I will tell you the details. If the question is, sir, I want to know more details, so after that you make sure you write, sir, I want to know more details and buy it. So if the intent is to buy it, I will give you more details. Otherwise, just knowing I don't want to give you more details, you can read it in the online forums once it is launched. Question. Today, I had no mood to take the class, but I was like, no, I should take. I always enjoy talking to good people. Their questions are good. Smile on the face is good. So that's why I took the class today. Please ask some questions. Otherwise, we end the class for today. For PGDND, you will either get my book, which is my first preference for nutrition, diet, and disease and PGDND, or you will get certain resources, worksheets, and all. You will get shortly. Okay. If I send you soft copies, then it stays there in the phone, sometimes get lost when you share. So I will try to send it the book way. No questions? Okay. Gayatri wants some tricks so that the fruits eat the child. I need to think. I really don't know. But I can tell you there's some tricks where the child eats the fruit. Okay. So you eat the fruits. Yeah. You eat it on a daily basis. Don't tell the child to eat the fruit. Don't force them. This child is like you. They are rebellious. Yeah. Your parents told you something, you want to rebel. You tell them, they will rebel. So you don't tell them. Don't eat. Yeah. I don't care. I eat. Every time I eat, I'm enjoying it. Wow, nice taste. Today taste is awesome. That is good for my stomach. That is good for my skin. So if you have a girl child, Gayatri, you have a girl child, boy child. What is the age? Okay. So 9-year-old boy, 9-year-old girl, what they are worried about? Okay. Typically nowadays, 9, 10 years girls, they are worried about their skin, the looks, the beauty, the hair growth, all those things. The boys, they are worried about their strength, the stamina, the play, the cricket, all those things. Okay. So the question is, can you link your fruit with their thing, what they want? Yeah. Wow, I'm feeling good today. My skin is going to be very healthy. And today when I woke up, my skin was very vibrant and glowing. And because I think I eat apples every day, yeah, or whatever I eat every day. And they slowly start eating. And there is a problem actually, which you missed out when the child was younger. So you didn't introduce the food. So the child doesn't have the taste developed for that. So you should have introduced that food item earlier in their age. But still, the time has not gone. For you can tell some stories, my dear Gayatri, that for non-vegetarian food, for better absorption, better digestion, you need prebiotics. These prebiotics come from the veggies and the fruits, and that satisfy your requirement. You see, most of the English movies, they have the meat and the veggies because that is so important. Yeah. Then it gives you more strength. So if you eat only non-veg, it will give you this strength. But if you eat non-veg with your salad, veggies and fruits, it will give you this much strength. It not only gives you strength, but also gives you focus, energy, and it will make you win in the cricket. All those stupid things which you want. So, what is the child's dream? You link that food with that dream. Shweta has asked an interesting question, which we already covered, but I will still repeat it. Is irritable bowel syndrome related to gut health or other factors associated? The number one factor with irritable bowel syndrome is the marriage. The second is your emotional trouble and stress, anxiety, uh, your work, hectic lifestyle. And the third is the food, sometimes some allergies. The fourth may be repeated infections you are having. This infection can be bacterial or it can be parasitic. Okay, if it is a parasitic, you need to deworm everyone surrounding you. If it is infectious, and if you are still eating at your home food, you need to follow some standard protocols. So Shweta is thinking like, oh, sir, I need to read your marriage counseling book, huh? Because that is the number one cause of my irritable voice. Yeah, that is a cause. I can show you my book, huh? Or you can find it on Amazon also. You can search Relate Pillar on Amazon, or you can search by my name. You will find it. So it has 25 relationship test. It helps you identify what is the problem between a spouse and you. Trust, respect, love, compatibility, intimacy, passion, goal sharing, parenting style. What is the problem that is causing you irritable bowel syndrome? Okay. So if the problem is with in-laws, that cannot be solved, Baba. So I have mentioned in the book that uh, non-solvable issues. Yeah. Yeah. The critical issue, compromisable issues, and silly issues. So non-solvable issues will include in-laws. So if that is your cause of your irritable bowel syndrome, Shweta, nothing can be done much except, any other questions, please ask. Barka has a question. She is hesitant to ask. She's thinking, if I ask this question, people will think I'm fool. No, we already know. So you ask the question, don't worry. And we all like full questions, please, because we everyone are like this. They are afraid to ask that. You are courageous, bold enough, or warrior. Land up in the battle. You will get sufficient resources, worksheets, and data plans so that you can ready-made use for your clients. So don't worry about the RDA and all those things. Don't worry about the values. Okay, you have a client who is having particular diagnosis, you can use it ready-made. But when you're using it, you need to tell them what is the rationale for each of them. Yeah, don't be that poor nutritionist who tears the page and gives it to the client. That goes in the dustbin. See you then. Keep me informed how are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday classes going on. Okay, if you need any improvement, if you need any topic to be taken, and if there is an improvement area, there is appreciation. Either way, you keep me informed. Okay, every week. And also about the Sunday classes, I would like to hear the feedback. And if you need improvement, if you need a particular topic, I will add that. No worries. Enjoyed. See you then. Bye.